Hey there, Hoshpop here, back for some more LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, and today we're going to be going over the Collection Journey Brick Space event that's returned again. Been looking forward to going through this because we can get some more Corncob Guy tiles and Super Wrestler tiles as well. Now, what's interesting about this event is you might notice something's a bit off. They've seemed to have reset the hard nodes as they are no longer gold trophied anymore. Like, we got these ones, we can loot these, but the rest of them, they've all gone back to being blue. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to have to replay through all of them before we can actually loot them. And we might actually do that because you get the first time bonuses again, which is the extra currency, like 250, as well as the gems. And we could always do with more gems. So yeah, we're going to just start with the first one, 1.H1, and we're going to just blast through these really quickly. Going to put the video on ×2 speed and see if all of our previous strategies held up. If anything, it should be easier, right? Because we have all these minifigures powered up even more than we did back then. So we've got our footage on ×3 speed, so we can race through some of these nodes, especially the beginning ones because they're not that interesting. But aside from that, you guys have also already seen me play through this event. I've already got a video up. I'll link to that in case you want to watch me go through it one by one. I think back then I had weaker minifigures as well. Since then I've managed to actually get a lot of the collection ones up to either at least Gear 7 or past Gear 7, almost Gear 8. So it's going to be much easier to go through these nodes. And then obviously later on there's the special nodes that require you to take Castle, and I think there's one that requires Space. I will see. Well, here's the Castle one. Not going through this now, of course. It keeps taking us to the second page where I actually just want to go to the first one, so I'm going to have to swap back every single time we beat a node. I think it does that because it just takes you to the latest one that you haven't done, instead of the first one you haven't done, so that's why it keeps taking us to the second stage, but it's fine. We've got to complete all the ones on stage 1 first. And you know what, to segue for a bit, what do they actually call those in this game? Because I just used the word stage, but I think in other videos I've used the words chapters, like chapter 1, chapter 2. Do they have an official title for them? Well, if you guys know the answer, let me know in the comments below, as I would be interested in finding out what that is. It's probably chapters though, right? Anyway, back to the node at hand, and we've managed to just beat the last guy. Bye bye Jester, we managed to get gold, and you got 250 currency for the event, 25 gems, and we can go on to the final hard node of chapter 1, where we can unlock the ability to loot Super Wrestler tiles. Now, whenever I do these sped up videos, I do tend to leave the audio on in the background. Of course with the volume turned down so it's not really loud, and that means you hear a lot of squeaky minifigures. So, I don't know if you guys like that or not, or should I just mute everything and just put on some music instead? I don't know, you guys let me know what you'd prefer to hear. I think it's quite funny hearing all the minifigures just going about their business at supersonic speeds, but it might be a bit headache inducing too, I don't know. Plus what's actually funny about the whole thing is in-game they're already on ×3 speed, so the video's on ×3 speed as well, which means altogether they're on ×9 speed, so these are some really, really fast minifigures. And we've only got Wu to take down, and there he's gone! We managed to beat another node, which means we can move on to chapter 2. Now, I'm actually going to bring this up now. When we go and do this event in the future, if it comes back round again, and there's nothing new to either play through or for me to unlock, I probably won't do this again. The only reason why I'm doing it this time is because it's funny that they reset the hard nodes, so I can just actually play through those again. But even if they do that, I'm probably just not gonna make a video, as there isn't really any point. I will of course still make one if at the end of the event there's actually enough tiles to spend on a character to unlock them. But other than that, not gonna repeat content. Although speaking of content, this particular event actually has 2 nodes that I wasn't able to beat last time. So I might go and try the second to last one. It's a normal node, not a hard node. The final one though is apparently impossible, because there are people in my guild who have maxed out collectible minifigures, all at near Gear 8 or even Gear 8, and they still can't beat that node. So it is just too difficult for the level our minifigures can go up to now, as well as the gear level and such. But hey, maybe in the future. Or if they allow us to take 2 minifigures from any category instead of only allowing 1. Since the collectible team is interesting but not the most powerful bunch in the entire game. Now we've nearly finished this node, and even on ×3 speed, as you can see it's taken quite a bit of time to get through it. Some people find this one really difficult. I just found it a bit tedious because it takes a while to burn through all of the city team stuff, especially with Aurora and her bringing back minifigures. And now we're on to the space node. Space is always fun to use. I love space minifigures. They might not be the strongest, but they're a lot of fun. I guess that's not entirely true. Jens is very, very strong. Does a lot of damage. And Gorwell is a very good healer, although I only have mine at 3 stars. But she's still good enough to use in events. And I don't really know if I'm ever going to get any more tiles for her, because I don't open minifigure bags, and that's how you can get tiles for her, and rarely through events and such that pop up. I think that's actually how I managed to get enough tiles to unlock her. Aside from those quests that pop up sometimes, there was an event, and that allowed me to get enough extra tiles to build her, which has been great for certain challenges and such. Now this final wave I actually really enjoyed, as they had 2 of each type of minifigure, had 2 Go-Go's, 2 Burnabuses, and 2 Majestos. It was fun trying to pick which ones to burn down first, as they have a lot of taunt. 4 tanks, plus all the tanks can heal in some fashion or another. But they were no match for our space team, and we got close. Some of our minifigures got to half health, but that's not really too worrying. Always had Gorwell's mega heal that we could use. And now comes the time where we have to use 4 collectible minifigures, so we're just going to pick Hiker as the 5th. Could have taken any healer, but Hiker works really well as he's a collectible minifigure himself. Got the Lego house set. I don't quite remember what star rank I've got it up to. It might be 3? I don't know if it's got all of the abilities all maxed out yet or not. But trying to get that up, it's taking time to get enough currency to do that, but slowly getting there. We will eventually unlock it to 5 stars. I wonder if they will ever change that and make sets go up to 7. I know it was like a thing they planned originally, and then they scrapped the idea. Probably for the best if they don't do that, actually. It would be a pain to farm all of those sets to get up to 7 stars. Alright, one more wave left. I remember fighting this one last time. This one wasn't too bad, although Lloyd made things a bit annoying because he was hiding those higher damage minifigures. And the Clockwork Robot, even though they are not Ninjago minifigures, they have an ability that can disarm your characters. And that is annoying because sometimes you really want to use a heal or Chicken Suit Guy's ultimate or even just an AoE attack from one of the other ones, and you just can't because they're disarmed. I remember that tripping me up last time. But this time we got lucky. Chicken Suit Guy was low-ish a few times, but he didn't die, so we managed to heal him up with Hiker just in time. And that's it. There's no more challenge to do. We can just loot this to get some Super Wrestler tiles, hopefully. First try didn't get anything. There we go, we got 1. Still need to get Super Wrestler as well as Corn Cob Guy up higher. We don't really have enough tiles for them yet, but hopefully we'll be able to at least increase them by 1 star rank each during this event. Spending our gems as well to get some extra event currency so we can loot more nodes. We have so many gems saved up just by not really doing anything. We might as well spend some on this event. Especially as Super Wrestler and Corn Cob Guy are actually good minifigures, so would like to get them up a bit higher. And as for the shop itself, there's only really 2 things we'd want to spend our currency on, and that's just more Super Wrestler and Corn Cob Guy tiles. But they cost a lot, like 2,200 of these dragon tails. I don't know why they picked dragon tails for a currency, but hey, that's a lot of dragons we've been slaying. Well, with that, gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Which I actually don't know what we're going to be doing. We might have a go at trying to beat the second to last node. It might be unlocking another star rank for our minifigures here once we've unlocked enough dragon tails. It could even be the next event that they release at some point in the future. Or actually, they have the Mr. Moneybags quest going on at the moment, so we might go and do that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Until next time.